First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, double honor to the elders' great millstone, and salutation to all Yakim and Ahawaz and Bawaz being to marriage. I was going to title this video, Esau knows that he goes back to the serpent. Esau knows. His spirit goes back to the serpent in the garden. I'm going to get the scripture. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh hath made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Yahweh said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahweh hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. For Yahweh doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So, Esau goes back to the serpent. Then he went down through Cain to Esau, You can get you can get the scripture with Cain lying, And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. The Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not, am I my brother's keeper? So going back to serpent, going back to how Esau is the serpent, I'm about to get that video. I'm about to show you guys. But before that, I want to get that Esau, the spirit of the serpent, was also in Cain, because he's the first liar too. He said, I know not, am I my brother's keeper? Acting like he didn't know, but he did.
If I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness, and I'd have a third of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I have seized the ripest apple on the tree. Thee. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve. Do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a...
See that? That's and what's interesting? He's eating. You can tell he's eating. Look at his face. Right here. And if I were the devil, that's the title of it. Paul Harvey. If I were the devil, he is the devil. Esau knows it. His spirit's not right.
I would convince
them. This, he's predicting everything that's supposed to be taking place too. In this video clip, Paul Harvey was an American radio broadcaster, originally broadcasted this on April 3rd, 1965. We watched it this weekend as we learned about why Yahweh must be first in every area of our lives. But this took place in 1965, and everything he's saying it came to pass. So Esau knows
that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies, and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions. Just let those run wild. Until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon I could evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress. And in his own churches I would substitute psychology for religion and deify science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If I were the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who want it until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. And what'll you bet? I couldn't get whole states to promote gambling as the way to get rich. I would caution against extremes in hard work, in patriotism, in moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be. And thus I could undress you in public, and I could lure you into bed with diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing.
Esau the devil. You know? Habakkuk 2 and 3 to 5. For the vision yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You know? We're waiting on Yahweh Bashem Yahshai tarrying, not rushing, being patient. Lord's willing, he keep the favor, keep patience. Behold, the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Esau never been right, but the just shall live by his faith, Yea, also he transgresseth by wine. He's a proud man, neither keepeth at home. He don't keepeth at home. He's a proud man, who enlarges his desire is hell, and is at death, and cannot be satisfied. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heaveth unto him all people. So isn't that what Esau does? Gathereth unto him all nations. Trying to like the New World Order, the United Nations, all these organizations. He's trying to disrupt. He's trying to do what the Lord the Lord did undo. In the Tower of Babel when he confounded the languages, so people wouldn't be able to reach up to the heavens with that tower. Cause that was the whole purpose of it. Trying to control everybody. He puts onto them all people. That's the whole point of the RFID chip. The mark of the beast. Right. All right. My bad. What's anything recent? Nothing recent. The mark of the beast, RFID chip. Right hand or on your forehead. Look at this. You got Esau taking it. Esau's the devil. You know? Look at another scripture. John 8:44. Eve, your father the devil. You know? Then he just said, if I was the devil, you know, in the video, the lust of your father you will do. You know, he was talking to the Pharisees at this time, you know. I think this is them red lettering. Rough, I think. But he was a murderer from the beginning. About nine of truth. You know? Who was a murderer from the beginning? Cain. And about nine of truth. Because Cain was never truthful, you know, he lied to the Lord. From the beginning and about nine of truth because there is no truth in him. You know? Talking about you can use this for Esau also, because there's no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he's a liar and the father of it. So Esau, you know, that's how you know the so-called white man is Esau. Look at this. Let's get the biggest lie in history. The biggest lie in history. Look at this. And straying from the room, speaking lies. You know, the Lord never looked like this. That's the biggest lie Esau ever did. That's how you know who the so-called white man. That's how you know the so-called white man is Esau. You know? Look at this. I'm gonna get Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? You know? It can't be Ishmael, Elam, or whoever. They always blame it Ishmael. They're always saying it's Ishmael. No, it's not. It's Esau. He's a devil, you know? So-called white man. You know? Ishmael can't be Edom. Because he didn't cover the face of the judges. All the judges in the Bible, Jeremiah all the way down to John the Baptist, to Mark, to Matthew, to every prophet, it looks like an Edomite. You can look it up on Google. Prophet, in the Bible. Look at this. There's prophets in the Bible. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what this is supposed to be. But, look at this. Esau is a liar. He's a psychopathic liar. This is what he got the prophets. Look at Esau. Esau's the devil. He covered the face of the judges thereof. So how, you know, you got people saying Ishmael's Edom. How? Who covered the faces of the judges? You don't see Ishmael. These don't look like no Ishmael. This doesn't look like Arabics. You know, this doesn't look like no Arabic. None of these people. They're a bunch of bald-headed Edomite. They got these feminine poses. You know, Esau be pinning onto them. What is with their fingers twisting? So strange. Look at this. Look at this. This is crazy. This is ridiculous. He's a devil. You know, so-called white man is a devil because he's a, you know, a liar. Oh yeah. Another scripture. Two more scriptures. Revelation chapter 1, verse 1, the revelation of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So look, it tells you right here, the revelation, you know. What does the definition of revelation mean? Surprisingly, previously unknown fact. Previously unknown fact. So it's always been there, but we just didn't know. When that is made known in a dramatic way about his personal revelations about the divine or supernatural disclosure. Alright, to get more into it, divine is okay. You know what that means, divine. Ultimately, making of something that was previously secret or unknown. You know, it was a secret back. You know, previously. Now it's revealed. You know, divine or supernatural disclosure of hymns of something relating to human existence or the world. So revelation just means revealing, which Yahweh gave unto him to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John, who bear record of the word of Yahweh and the testimony of Yahweh Mashiach, and of all things that he saw. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for time is at hand. John to the 7 churches which are in Asia, grace be unto you, and peace from him which is, and which was, and which is to come, and from the 7 spirits which are before his throne. Alright, let me just keep scrolling down. Get to the point. Get down to 14. His head and his hair were white like wool. You know, woolly hair. Like if you look up a sheep, you know, just think of it like this. Okay, there's you know, woolly hair. They have woolly hair. Sheeps. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna try to get into it. But you could just tell this got woolly hair. You know, Jake got woolly hair. You know, Jake don't like the hair. You know, they should start loving themselves more. Cause the Lord had woolly hair. You know, Jake always trying to flat iron. You know, some of our women flat iron their hair, trying to dye it blonde, but there's no need for that. You know, they find a way they are as white as snow. You know, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. His eyes were as a flame of fire. Eyes were red. You know. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. So, you know, told you his feet were dark skinned, all along with the rest of his body, because you can't have one body being darker than the other. You know, they people be talking stupid. People be saying, "Oh yeah, that means his feet were dark and his body was lighter." Like, what does that? How does that even make any type of sense? People just don't. But they're just racist. Just say you're racist. You know, you're just denying. You're in denial. You know, and his voice as the sound of many waters, you know, saying he has a deep voice. He wasn't talking like they'd have in movies. Peter, have faith. Paul, why do you, you know, Saul, why do you persecute me? You know, so like, Esau, man, you've been lying, you know. So it tells you right here. I'm gonna keep going down. I am he that liveth and was dead, and behold, I am alive evermore. Amen. I have the keys of hell and of death. Write the thing which thou hast seen, and the thing which are, and the thing which shall be hereafter. Alright. Tells you right here. You know? The Lord looks like Esau's a liar, you know, so we all know who Esau is, you know, the so-called white man. I don't know why they showed him. You know, Esau. This is the this is the Edomite, you know. So the so-called white man is Esau, and you can trace him going back to the serpent and Cain, you know. So the so-called white man is Esau. You can tell, you know, it's not Arabic. You know, you can search that up. Whoever's watching this and see that people say that ridiculous. That's madness. You know, Arabics being Edom. But who covered the face of the judges? You know, who made the Lord a white man? You know, who made their prophets white? You know, who professes to be like, you know, trying to be like the Most High? Who's always trying to clone something? Who's trying to splice DNA with fruit, animals? You know, that's Esau. Trying to be like the Most High. Trying to be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. You know? That's Esau trying to do all of that. You know, the so-called white man. You know? And you can trace him going back to Cain. Cain and Abel, you know, the story of Jacob. You know, you could do that spiritual. You could see it, you know? He's the first lie, you know? You think about it, you know? Esau, the so-called white man's always lying. Cain was the first liar. He lives by the sword, and Cain was the first murderer. You can put two and two together and see that Cain is Esau. You know, Abel, Jacob, and how the serpent goes Cain, from Cain to the serpent. It's all, you know. You just gotta read the scriptures. You know, Lord's willing, He blesses you. You know, the understanding. You know, knowledge, understanding. Lord's willing, He keep blessing all of us. You know. But I want to end a video like that. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honor to the elder great millstone, and salutation to all Yakim on the highlands and byways. Till next time, say shalom.